might be asking yourself, and I imagine Texans might be asking themselves, does this really happen? Can a baby survive an abortion? Yes, it can, and you're about to meet a survivor. I'm so honored and proud to welcome Austin resident Claire Caldwell here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. If you'll come share your story.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. It has come to my attention lately, as we've seen what is happening in our country, that people are questioning, does this really happen? Do babies really survive abortions? And I am here because we do. Babies do survive abortions. We exist. We have names, we have faces, we have stories, and I'm here because I want to share mine with you today. I am adopted, and I met my birth mother 9 years ago. And I went into this meeting with my birth mother thinking the worst thing that could happen is she'll tell me she won't want to meet me. I never imagined what I would find out soon after I met her that would change the course of my life forever. My birth mother was 13 years old when she was pregnant with me. She approached her mother and was told that she only had one choice. She was too young to be a mother. There weren't options for them. There weren't resources for them. They didn't know any better. And so my birth mother went to an abortion clinic as she had an abortion at 5 months along in her pregnancy. They told her that day that her life would go back to normal. And so she went back to her 8th grade life. Things seemed to maybe be getting back to normal, but her belly was still growing. And so she went back to that doctor, and they told her that day that her abortion had been successful, but that she was still pregnant. They told my birth mother that she had been pregnant with twins and that I had survived her abortion. They wanted a second abortion, but because of complications, they weren't able to do that for risk of the infection risk for my birth mother. And so I was born 10 weeks early. I weighed 3 pounds, 2 ounces. My hips were completely dislocated, and this is what I went home from the hospital in. This held my hips back in place as they prepared to put my body in body casts for my first year of life to correct what that abortion had done. My feet were also turned in as club feet, and these are the casts that were on my feet that put my feet back in place after that abortion had tried to tear parts of my body apart. Babies do survive abortions. This is affecting real, living, breathing human beings like me. And so I'm so thankful for this legislation that is being proposed because there is a face to an abortion survivor, and you're looking at one right now. I have a daughter. Her name is Sadie June, and she's 6 years old, and I look at her often and I think, wow, she wouldn't be here if I hadn't survived that abortion, and if they had left me to die and not provided medical care. Not only would I not be here, but my 6-year-old little girl wouldn't be here. And so this is affecting far more people than we realize when we're looking at that one moment where a woman is going to make that choice. And so I also want to share with you that I am not alone. There are 5 abortion survivors, including myself, in the state of Texas, and there are over 200 across the country that we know of that have reached out to us, sharing their stories of how they survived their mother's abortion. And just yesterday even, someone reached out to me, and it was a mother whose baby had survived years ago, and she said that she wasn't even given the option as the nurses wheeled her baby away to leave that baby to die, and she cried out for her baby. And so this is real. This is happening in our abortion clinics in Texas. Don't be fooled to think it's not. This is affecting people just like me, and that means it's affecting people just like you. If I had been given a choice as a baby that survived an abortion, if I had been given a choice, I would have wanted to live. I would have wanted to be a Texan instead of being left to die on an abortion table. So thank you so much for having me.